everyone. Oh my goodness, look at that glare. Let's take these off. Hi everyone. Welcome to the September summary video. I'm going to share with you guys the numbers. Now these are just rounded numbers, so as I go through them you might notice that they don't quite add up exactly. That's because I'm rounding. I'm not going to give you exact numbers, but just a general idea. So this month, September, is usually a big month because it's the start of a new semester and it's also the start of a new academic year. Because I'm still a student and I'm in university, this is where my money comes from, and my income varies by semester. September is the big one because the funding that comes in for the full year comes in September. So when I say that $7,000 passed through my account this month, it's not a big wow, that's amazing. It's because of the year funding is given out at the start of September, and that's to last me the full year. So yes, $7,000 went through my account this month, and because I do zero-based budget, the 7K came in and the 7K went out. Consider my income to come from two streams. I have my guaranteed income, which is what I base my budget on, so that even if I get no extra income at all of my bills are still paid, all of my sinking funds are still being fueled, and all my savings are still working well, and my debt payment is still going well. The extra income that I make, which is my variable income, that is all extra. And those extras go for extra savings goals that sort of pop up and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna need a lot of money for this, and goes to my debt snowball to pay off my debt as soon and as fast as possible. So here is a little breakdown of how it went. So this September, I was still living off the income from my extra TA ships during the summer. So that I ended up taking an extra 2 TA ships over the summer, so I was able to actually double my typical income from the university. That totaled about $3,000. I had my GST and my long-term hustle, which is the new roommate. So that altogether, I had a guaranteed income this month of $3,600 approximately. I received the start of the semester Queen's Graduate Award. That usually just goes to my tuition anyway. In September, I tasked myself with finding an extra $200 to $300 a month guaranteed income for my budget so that I could balance in the winter semester and whatnot. Normally what I do is I try to get an extra TA ship to guarantee that funding, but that was not available this year. So what I did do is I managed to apply and get accepted for a grant that was a lump sum of about $4,000, and that I put into an account, divided that total by 12, and that is how much I give myself every month. I transfer out of that account and put it into my checking, and that becomes part of my budget. That filled up my gaps. I ended up with $350 a month extra, which I will give to myself every month. And that $350 extra that I now receive every month until August 2021 has actually balanced my budget. So I'm good to go with guaranteed income to cover all of my expenses, my minimum expenses and whatnot, until the end of the school year, which is awesome. And then there was my side hustles. So my variable income that came in for September, and that totaled $700. My notes are very messy. So of that $7,000 that came into my account, $3,000 went to tuition, and that's just the tuition for this semester. And that's a big chunk, right? And my cost of living, which is my rent and my hydro, internet, cell phone, like all those things, comes to $1,600. So that went out as well. A couple things that I'm quite proud of this month. I had set myself some extra goals to reach, and I reached them all, which means that I saved $900 this month. $400 was for my replenishing my emergency fund after all of those Murphys happened back in July and August. Then my sinking funds, so saving up for various things that expenses that are coming up in the future. And I managed to put a full $500 aside for paying my car insurance up front come January. So that's just a line in the budget that I didn't want to have going forward. So I decided that it'd be best to just pay it all up front for 1 year in one lump sum, which is, I'm guessing is going to be about $2,000. So I'm trying to save $500 a month, September, October, November, December. That way, come January, I can pay it all off in one lump sum. So this month, I did manage to save $500 for that. So excellent. I'm very excited about that. And again, altogether totaled $900 to add to my various saving accounts. The next thing that I'm super proud of that I was able to do as an extra goal this month was put an extra $500 onto debt. When all was said and done at the end of September, my debt snowball was over $600. So that was very exciting to be able to put that onto my debt. Then the not so good category was my variable spending. So that one went way over budget. Normally I budget $500 a month for variable spending. These are things like groceries, cats, personal care items, gas, books if I need to buy books, that kind of stuff. And this month, my variable spending went double what it should have been. I spent about $1,050 on my variable expenses. Ouch. Yeah. Now, looking at the bit of a breakdown there, my categories got a little bit skewed. So in my variable spending, I have several categories. Normally, I aim for about $300 for groceries, cats, personal care items, household items like laundry soap, that kind of stuff. In September, I spent $370 on that category, so I didn't go over that much. Gas, I usually budget about $100. This month, I spent $130. $130 is not too bad considering I did 2 trips to Ottawa in September. So my last category is just miscellaneous and other, and when I make my purchases, I separate those out into books and crafts, home and garden, and just other. Normally this is taken up by laundry, that kind, because I have to pay for my laundry here in this building. Sad, but I have to. So that's, my cats are loving my notes today. The other category is other, and I have subcategories in there, but altogether they should only come to about $100 in any given month. I went way over this month, $250 on books and crafts, but that included the expenses for the craft sale, which hopefully will be able to be used for several ones in the future. I paid $250 on other, but that's because I bought myself a tattoo as a gift, and I did cash flow that. So here's what I got. That's just one of them, but I have another one back here. Home and garden was only $50. The books and crafts also included shipping for various Etsy sales that I made. So some people would put that expense in like business expense, but the way that I have my system set up for now adds it into just one of my regular expenses. If I start making more sales regularly and it warrants its own spreadsheet, then I will. But for now, this is just the system that works for me. So that books and crafts of $250 was a lot of the craft sale. Sorry if it's moving. My cat's having a bath. There was the craft sale and the shipping for some parcels, for some orders that were made on my Etsy site. Whew. So yeah, that is the summary of over $7,000 coming into my account and going out of my account. So that's how my September went. Excellent month. If I were to pick a money win for the month, I would definitely say, so I did manage to sell 2 quilts on Etsy. They were both the same customer, but I was very happy to see those. They were not expected, and was just a really nice bonus for the month and really helped keep me motivated, especially after the craft sale had done so poorly. A money loss that I had this month, I would probably say it's not very big. I had a very good month, so there was no real losing at money this month. But if I had to pick one, I would say it was the table that I bought for the craft sale. I will clip in a photo here of how it went. It was definitely out of my league. Everyone had these beautiful tents and nice setups. And I had just a folding chair and this crappy little table. Yeah, anyway, it was fun. I was out in the sun all day, got a mask burn. I'll clip a photo of that too. But yeah, so this table that I bought, instead of spending the $60, I wanted to spend $40. And the table that I ended up buying no, this is probably why it was $40. It was not full size. It was like coffee table size. So when I took it out, it was super short. So yeah. So, not only did I not have a tent at the sale and a nice setup, the table I had wasn't even like an average size table, just like a little coffee table. So yeah, it was a fun experience though, and I did stay quite positive. Even though it ended up looking a little silly and I was definitely out of my league, it was a good time, and it was really great to just get out there, meet some other crafters, and just be involved in something, get some fresh air and get some social time in. Was really good. So that's my September, and here's hoping that the good fortunes of September roll on through to August, November, and December, and I'm looking forward to, seeing what October has in store for me. Bye.